So here we are with Naruto Ultimate Ninja Impact. Basically, this is our PSP title. I'm jumped already into the story mode, so what you're seeing here is Naruto. I have the ability to scroll over top of the map, select areas I want to go into and fight into. I'm going to jump into this mode right here. I'm going to begin the mission. So this is Kakashi's challenge. You have this option to skip the conversations in Japan. I know a lot of people out there are really into the story. This follows the Naruto story through the anime, through the manga. So, you know, for these demo purposes, we're going to skip that. I want to show you guys the gameplay. So here we are with Naruto. This is one of the missions. So basically, if you have friends, you can help them play ad hoc. So here we go. Find Kakashi. That's my objective. So right there on the top right of the map, there you are. I'm going to be running through the map. You're going to have enemies spawn. So I need to get to that circle, the green glowing circle. So here he is. Kakashi is sighted. This is the boss for this level. There's going to be waves of enemies that I'm going to need to fight before I get to him, as you're going to see as I scroll through these chat bubbles. You can lock onto enemies by hitting L bumper. So here's one of Naruto's signature moves. As you can see, the graphics are pretty good, you know, for this being on a handheld title. Basically, in order to progress to the next area, I need to wipe out all these enemies. So I'm doing my clone span. And throw my stars. Alright, so here I'm coming up on the first Kakashi. He split into two separate ones. So the kind of the sword above his head means I've locked on. So now that means I can run around in a circle. It makes it a lot easier to fight, especially in a 360 kind of scroll or 360 experience. It makes it a lot easier, so you can kind of go about getting your combinations and not have to, you know, look for him as you're playing through the game. Okay, so now I got to go fight. There's two of him, so I got to go fight the other one. As you can see by the red mark on the map.
Talk a little above the end. Right. Inversion is a sorry. Did I say first person? You were going to. I was going to say action. Third person.
So he's almost defeated, and you know I'm getting to the end. I need some chakra. So there you have it, Kakashi's been defeated. But they were both clones, so that means that I'm going to have to continue going through this level. So if you're familiar with the Naruto series, you're going to see that blue bar on the UI. It's my chakra meter. I fill that up by holding triangle when I'm out of combat. It basically allows me to execute these types of moves, so I can basically kill the enemies quicker. So here's the real Kakashi, not one of his clones.
Well, we can talk a little bit about environments. Obviously, you're moving through various environments in the game. What are they? What do they look like and feel like? And how do they impact you?
So we start out with a very urban environment. Lots of skyscrapers, which, you know, when you flip the world upside down, you're on the side of a really tall building. The horizon's all off. But eventually, you lead into the outskirts of the city. From there, you actually go into certain areas that are underground. Got a lot of rock and lava, and then we have made sure that we bring in a lot of different elements so that people aren't constantly sitting in one location and showing around in different areas.
What do you think that?
Alright, so now we're triggering one of the scripted sequences, which is how I'm going to finally defeat this boss.
You can't reach. It can no longer hide behind cover anymore, because you can actually take them out of cover or remove his cover if it's something that's not anchored down. So the dynamic of the shooter changes with
So you're gonna have to execute a series of button presses.
making it a whole new experience.
Oops.
I hope that people will go out and try it later and find out.
Thank you. I just have one more question about that. What do we have in our arsenal? Say it again. What do we have in our arsenal about
So you do have a traditional frag grenade.
There you have it. That defeats him. We have Naruto Ultimate Ninja Impact for PSP, available in stores and download on PSN, coming out October 18th, 2011.